Welcome back to another episode of the Leeds United career mode here in February. Our last episode, we didn't play a single game, but we did go throughout the career mode just a little bit more. Got through that January transfer window, and we're seeing us load out 3 young players. We now sit in 5th, tied on points with Arsenal, 3 points ahead of Tottenham, 1 point behind Chelsea, a chance to possibly break into that top 4. We have a game against Tottenham to kick off the episode here. They are in 7th, and talking about Tottenham, we go ahead and beat them in the semifinals of the Carabao Cup on a 4-2 aggregate score, and what sees us now play Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. That'll be in today's episode, as well as the first leg here against Frankfurt in the round of 16 in the Champions League after finishing first in the group stage. Somehow, after losing our first 2 games, we bounced back massively with 17 goals for, 8 against, a 5-0 win, a 4-1 win over Bayern Munich, a 4-0 win over Lyon, and obviously the 5-0 thumping against Copenhagen. We jump in here against Harry Kane and Rashford and Rodrigo. A chance for them to go level on points with us, and a chance for us to possibly break into that top 4 if Chelsea would have dropped points and we win. Gomez into Weston McKennie. McKennie will lose the ball, but it'll fall to Cucurella. In for Martic now. Martic will lay it off for Brendan Aronson. He'll look to find St. Maximin. He'll look to find Martic. Back out wide for St. Maximin. St. Maximin back in the box. It's intercepted. And it's looking like a 0-0 draw here against Tottenham. So still a 3-point gap remains, possibly, unless they go ahead and get this EA cheese, and which is looking like they won't, because Harry Kane heads it all the way back to midfield. A 0-0 draw. Honestly, I'll take it. It's not that bad of a result. It'll be a worse result if Chelsea don't win this game against Crystal Palace. I think that they were playing. They do win, so it's not that worse of a result. I'll take it. Frankfurt in the round of 16 of the Champions League here, and actually looking at that team, it's actually kind of decent. They have Wilson, Ben Yedder, Keane, Jimenez, Arnold, Musarati, Pepe, Godfrey, Ginter, Medina, Trapp. We are going with our strongest possible 11 here. St. Maximin, Brendan Aronson, Francisco, Zinchenko is up to 87 overall. McKennie, Cucurella, Hincape, Gomez, Calabria, and now Meslier in net. Let's jump into it. Let's see what we can do. It's an away game, first leg here. And here we go. Our Champions League first knockout stage game of our Leeds United career here. Can we start off with a bang? It's St. Maximin into an early chance for us after winning the ball back. Out wide for St. Maximin now. St. Maximin across him, possibly back post. No, but it'll fall out for a corner. Yes. And y'all know how much I love these corners. It's going to be Francisco to whip it in. It might be right on the header. McKennie on the second ball. It's still McKennie. Back out wide to Francisco, but there's nobody in the box anymore. And so that will come to this. Jimenez and Kappa intercepts the back pass, and Zinchenko might be able to clear here with Brendan Aronson out wide to Francisco. Francisco touch, but then finding a through ball for Georgino Rutter, who should be able to find the back of the net, and he does. And Leeds United have the lead. It's 1-0. Full ball over the top all the way to Pepe. If he can get there, he can. Calabria, though, should win that back. He does, and now here comes Francisco. And here comes Rutter again. The duoship that actually has been pretty strong this season. Georgino Rutter for the brace. Georgino Rutter makes it 2 for Leeds United. Francisco. Brendan Aronson can't find Zinchenko. Musarati did well to intercept. Here comes Moise Keane and Frankfurt. Pepe now. Jimenez. And a good ball for Ben Yedder. Meslier makes a save, and Kape heads it out. Rutter can't really head that one out. Cucurella intercepts the pass. And here comes Leeds United on the counter. It's St. Maximin leading it. St. Maximin looking to thread it through for Georgino Rutter, who's on a hat-trick already. A first half hat-trick. And Leeds United are in driving position here. It's 3-0 in the first half. And it's a hat-trick in the first half for Rutter.
Well, here's the replay, and just look.
Zinchenko makes it 4-0. It's getting worse for Frankfurt here.
And this is turning into something of a rout. A goal!
Jorginho Rutter has goal number 4 of the game, and honestly, that's good enough for him. He is coming out, as well as Zinchenko. We'll give Tyler Adams some game time. Galliano on, Marquinhos on, Gomez off for Dest, because why not? We'll play Dest at his right back position. We'll actually bring off Weston. 6, Tyler Adams comes on the field, and he scores. It's 6-0 now for Leeds United.
Well, it's an out-and-out pasting. 6-0. Finish this. Oh, yes. A goal.
Vahi makes it 7-0 for Leeds United against Frankfurt. 7.
If there were any lingering doubts about the outcome, surely they now have been away fans. And if they can repeat this sort of performance,
It's a 7-0 thumping against Frankfurt here in the Champions League round 16. That's good enough to quick sim 4 games against them, and they never catch up to us. Jorginho had 4 goals, and Zinchenko on the score sheet, as well as Tyler Adams and Vahi, and that is great form going into the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool. Carabao Cup final against Liverpool here with our team, who is in great form. Everybody's laid on a +5 or 6 besides Meslier. Cucurella's playing like a 91 overall. Hincapié's playing like a 91, as well as Gomez. Calabria's playing as an 88. McKinney 90. Zinchenko 92. Maximin 80 or 91. Brendan Aronson at 89. Rutter at 90. Francisco at 87. This is an absolutely incredible team in the form of their lives. Let's jump into it. The final of the Carabao Cup. And David Calabria concedes a penalty. Salah on the penalty. Mohamed Salah, Meslier comes up big with the save to keep it 0-0 here, but it's a corner for Liverpool. David Calabria, he has to make up for his mistake. He doesn't necessarily, but Meslier makes another fantastic save.
Well, that's a really good recovery. He had to be smart there.
Joe Gomez out wide for whatever reason. It's Joe Gomez carrying it up. He can't find Brendan Aronson. Zinchenko looks to find St. Maximin. He looks to thread it through for us, and Brendan Aronson can't do so. Mohamed Salah. Joe Gomez right before halftime. Can we get a second attack here? It's Weston McKennie. He'll lay it out wide for Zinchenko. Now out wide for St. Maximin. St. Maximin in for Brendan Aronson. Right before halftime. No, Allison makes a save again. And Van Dijk clears it. And we're going to halftime 0-0 here in the Carabao Cup final. It might be better than the corner. Meslier is there for the grab. And maybe one more chance to get up the field for an attack to possibly win it here. Cucurella, he's going to carry it up the field. It is going to be Cucurella. He has Francisco out wide for back post. He's going to look to find him. Cucurella for Francisco on the volley. And Leeds United are your Carabao Cup champions. A 1-0 win over here against Liverpool at the end of the game. Francisco wins the game here for Leeds United over Liverpool, and we are your Carabao Cup champions. And not only are we celebrating, but so are the Liverpool fans there as well. It's a 1-0 narrow win, possibly stealing it away from Liverpool, and which had a very dominant second half. Allison, who was their man of the match for sure, just couldn't keep it out at the end of the game. And we get a little bit of EA cheese to win it, but I'll take it. And I actually don't know who the captain is anymore because Cucurella or Zinchenko got subbed off. So I'd assume Modric, maybe, I guess. Maybe Weston McKennie, hopefully somebody. Keeper. Not the keeper. Not Weston McKennie. Not St. Maximin. I think it actually is going to be Modric who lifts it.
When you start playing football, when you're playing in the playground, you want to win a cup. Brilliant moment.
It will be Modric who will lift it. And Leeds United are your 2025 Carabao Cup champions, beating Liverpool 1-0. But now our focus shift back onto the league and back into the FA Cup, in which we have Blackburn in the FA Cup and then Man City in the league in our quest to get top 4 for next season. We have Conference League locked up for just as a safety reason for next season, winning this competition here. That's the Conference League secured. So be in European football no matter what next season. The boys in enough to get this job done against Blackburn Rovers, and I bet you it's going to bite me in the back here. Quick sim here to end the episode against Blackburn, and we win 2-0. Jorginho Rutter scoring a brace. He's been on fire. Obviously nothing involvement in that Liverpool game, but 4 goals for Jorginho Rutter against. Hull City is doing numbers in this competition. They knocked off Chelsea and they knocked off Man United. Northampton knocked off City. Sheffield United get knocked out by Arsenal. And Spurs get knocked out by Wolves. So it's really only Arsenal, the next Big 6 club left in there. That'll be interesting to see whether or not we get them. Actually, I think we'll find out if we just simulate there. We get Arsenal. Out of all the clubs we could have got, we get Arsenal in the FA Cup. You really couldn't give me Wolves or Birmingham City. But the good thing is we knocked off Arsenal here. We have an easy path to that FA Cup back-to-back trophies. We'll look to do that in the next episode. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and I will see y'all then. Peace out.